Hey everyone, this is my 10th video documenting my process of UI challenge and improving my systems thinking. So today I have finished the Swiggy flow completely and also whatever problems which were arising in the previous prototype that I have fixed in this one. So I directly used Figma's inbuilt open overlay system. So while prototyping, I used open overlay as my option and all the settings regarding it I have set. Instead of creating multiple frames and actually mimicking what Figma's default system can do, I used it directly. So you can see if I open it up, if I click on filter, and now if I go to ratings, it works completely fine. So the search gets updated, and if I click on rating, the search gets updated. It just filters get updated as well. So this is what I have fixed in terms of the design itself. But I've not only done that, but also went and understood how Swiggy approached their design language system and compared it and found the contrasts with how I approached these problems. So I'll be focusing on the similarities of how I approached it and also the problems or issues which I need to improve in the upcoming design. So instead of staying stagnant and fixing small issues with prototype which still exist, like when I'm going from filter from here to here, there's a bit of a lag because of the prototype delay. I would like to take learnings from here and whatever next flow I pick up, I will be applying my learnings from here into that flow and actually improve it as I go. Because there are a lot of other things as well which I have in my mind, like the different emphasis colors, different colors which are used in the emphasis of the text, which I'll be applying in the upcoming design challenges. And instead of keep staying stagnant here and keep fixing those issues. So let's dive into my notes for a second. The this is the notes which I've created based on this article right here, Swiggy's design language system by Sambudadar, and it was published in 2022. And I went through the article and actually understood how they are approaching this problem. And I have took the notes and condensed it in a little smaller, shorter format. So So one of their main goals is that they want similar UI to not have different design tokens. And what does design token mean is basically they want a component library to exist and then create a design token from them. And now that can be applied to every component. So like if you look at this particular image, which I've taken from the same article, so once in the design tool, there is a typography, spacing, color icons, and everything already declared. Using that can be applied on the component itself. So let's take an example of just a second. I'll show you the image. Yeah. So this is another article which I use. I'll reference both of the articles in the post itself. So if you see that this diagram actually illustrates the point. So there is the Figma tool, which I am using right now. So whatever design decision happens occurs in the design tool. And that from that data, design tokens are generated. And using this design tokens, all of the platforms get updated. Like all of the elements developed and implemented use these tokens in order to implement all the color styles, the text, instead of individually using that component. So what I mean by that is, like, if we talk about the design consistency, that is one of the goals of Swiggy's design language system. There could be a CSS file, there could be a JSON file, there could be XML file for the Android. So all these files will take the value differently. So in order to make the uh, these color styles and their alpha state, their actual transparency. So all these data can be converted into a design token and be used across different platforms. Now, I am not very well versed with the development side of it, but I can understand how designers can make it possible so that it is much more easier for the development process to be short, which is another goal of Swiggy's design system, which is that they want consistency in all the products and they want it because it reduces the time for release and development. Because once the design decision has been taken, it gets easily updated in the design token. And now, as design tokens have been used every single place in the development process, we can see the changes in the final product very fast. And that can be used to review and make further design decisions and keep improving and iterating. So this is my understanding of it. And another goal which I have kept it for the last is pre-built UI tokens aggregated in one place that can be scaled. Now, what does it mean? So it means that there exists a component library and that is scaled upon and that is built upon. So that is similar to what I have used in order to create my design. So I went ahead and I created a icon library, I created an image library, I created a color library. So every single thing is getting aggregated at one single place and can be scaled upon. Now, where are the places there is a contrast in and I could have improved is like if you look at these icons and look at these images. So I have already applied color styles here. So some of them are black, some of them are orange, and like I have followed the color scheme in the component itself. What the design language system in Swiggy's article suggests is instead of doing that, DLS design language components are always wrapped with a context, which has the theme and the color mode information. So my understanding of it is that when I'm making the icon library, I should take one single color like something like black or a particular theme and create all the components. And after that, there are the color styles already declared, which can be wrapped around these components and apply those colors. So basically, if I talk about in terms of the design tool, the Figma's context, I can create a component of this particular icon and now apply my color in this particular instance of it. So I can go ahead and apply the call to action. Now this instance is acting like a component used in the development of the product. Okay. One last thing which I understood from this particular article was what they're trying to achieve is consistency and standard across all their products. So even in the website, if you look at it, I'll just hop on to the main website only. So even in the website, if you look at it, there are basically the same components which are used in the application. I'll quickly come here. So you can see that these components are already existing, which I have replicated, and they use the same one in the website itself. So what it does is it reduces the time to develop and it reduces the efforts for the developers to do it across all the platforms. So in even in website, even in the iOS, even in Android, they have now reduced the time to develop that. Also, another similarity which I saw was like they have used these components, and if you look at this image, so yeah, so you can see that this component here is exactly how I have built this one, and I didn't go ahead and replicated how the article approached it. I actually created this beforehand from my understanding of the system thinking, and then I compared it what actually the article suggests, and I am very happy that I was able to think in a way that they actually intended it to. So that was something which I have done and understood, and going forward, I'll be keep on improving my intuition and my understanding of the system thinking. Finally, I documented some of the small problems and issues which came while prototyping, and I'll keep these in mind and improve as I go through the challenge. Thank you.